Good evening, everybody. Hello to anybody watching on catch up. Hi, Joshua. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Hope you can all hear me okay. One camera on tonight. My internet isn't the best tonight, so we'll see how we go with just this one camera. So let's get some things moving. Still need to adjust the CVs on that one. Took off like a bit of a rocket ship. Hi, David. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Plus 20 on this one. Whoa. Oops. Thought I reset that point. All right, let's reset that. All right, who we got? What loco was that? Which one? I've got Inner City 47 going around. I have a Freightliner 66. I have a Colas 47. And shortly we'll have a GBRF Class 20 going around. Oh, your comments failed? Well, David, last week on my video that I put out, I replied to people's comments and YouTube deleted my comments off my own video. So I don't know what was going on. Then I put the comments back on again, and then it kept staying in my you haven't answered these comments section, even though my comment was there. So one of them was Brian's, and I contacted Brian and said, look, can you see my comment? Is it there? And he said, yes. So I just removed them manually from. So I don't know. All right, we've got them all going again. The one pulling the express train. I presume you mean the intercity liveried one. That's Class 47 Tamar. Which is now refusing to go. The one that will be coming through the tunnel mouth shortly. And the Freightliner is now blocking. I'll just move the camera up. That one there. Well, you got the Coalesce, and the one behind it is the Intercity 47. LNR Civic, right, okay. What I'm going to do is bring up the Flying Scotsman. That's down below, so I'm going to bring that up. Nope, stop. Sure, I have all the points set. So I will bring the Flying Scotsman up when it's LNR Teak coaches, and I'll stick the Class 20 into the siding, and the Flying Scotsman can go around there. Yeah, I really don't know what's going on with YouTube. I mean, to delete my own comments off my own video is a bit. And I always seem to have just one piece of track every week I have to clean, and I don't know why. There's nothing over it, there's nothing dripping onto it. But every week. Right, where's it gone? I'm keeping an eye on it. All right, I'll let the Class 20 go around one more time, and then I'll park it, by which time Flying Scotsman should be up. Yeah, I don't know, because you made a comment on the video I put up last night, and it stayed, I think. I answered it. So, I don't know. I've given up trying to work out YouTube and what it does. Right, there's all the points set, ready for Flying Scotsman. And you should be just coming through the tunnel portal now. There she is, coming up from the sidings down below. Oh, and she stopped. In with the hand of God. Right, that's the points all set back. And we'll get the coalescing on again in the right direction. Hi, Andy. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing well. A bit tired today. It's been a busy week this week. You would have seen from the video I put up yesterday. I was up on Whitehead checking out Drumbo, and she is looking very, very nice. Freshly painted. Last few bits we put together. I reckon they'll be finished there in a couple of weeks. And then we had our board meeting today, followed by the AGM. So I spent the week getting ready for all that. So on that rake of the cream and custard ones, I've got 2 old Triang cream and custard. They're the ones directly behind the 47. That was just derailed. Yeah, it's got stuck in the tunnel. One of the problems with this system is trying to why isn't that stopped? Hit the stop button on it, but it's still going. I have to lift that off. Hi, Glenn. How's it going? How you doing? Yeah, I haven't seen you on here for a while. How you keeping? What's happening in your world? It is Glenn, isn't it? Have I got the name right? Yeah, as I keep saying, I'm terrible with names. I have trouble remembering my own kids' names. Yeah, so I was saying they're early try-on coaches. They were given to me recently. A friend of mine passed away a few years ago, and when I was over in Bristol, his widow was very kindly had a box of railway stuff that was his and gave it over to me. And they were in the box, so I'm giving them a run to see how they are. Oh, I see what happened. The coupling came off the Class 47. Where's that gone? Oh, it's going to be in the tunnel, isn't it? Oh. Oh, great. Right, I'll have to put nothing on that line for now until I can get a ladder and get into the tunnel and find out where that coupling is. Give the Flying Scotsman just a little bit more speed. And take that end coach off the intercity rake because it's squeaking. It needs a bit of oil. And that's going to do my head in. Oh, that was a bad idea. Let's just stop everything a minute. How many of you guys out there have got the old Undercity 125, the Class 43? Because I have a question about the lights. Anybody who's watching the last couple of weeks knows I've got myself a rake of Mark IIIs. And I've got some old, I think they're Hornby Intercity Class 43s, which I'm going to convert to DCC and have to hardwire them. And I want to put lights in them, take out, the Hornby bulb and that, and put in LEDs. And I've been looking online at different pictures of them, even pictures of the 43s I have. And in different pictures, the lights seem to be in different positions. Now, are the lights multicolored? So it can be show red at the back and white in the front. Because I've been trying to figure out whether the two red ones go on the outside and the two white ones in the middle. Hi, Gordon. How's it going? As I say, I've been looking at pictures, and they seem to be both ways. So I think I'm just going to do it with red on the outside, white in the middle. Because I'm going to put LEDs in myself. I'm not going to buy a lighting board or anything like that. I've got some what they call lighthouse LEDs, put them in. Oh, yeah, I've been in the loft for a while. The weather's too good. We had that week of blistering weather here in Donegal where it was far too hot. And this shed was actually the coolest place. So I would come in here, sit on the concrete floor with my phone, watching YouTube, because it was just too hot anywhere else. I couldn't put the trains on or anything like that because that would heat the room up. So I was sat here in the dark watching my phone, just somewhere to cool off for an hour. It's got turned out to be quite a nice day today here. The sun was out. It was nice and warm. It's currently about 17 degrees in the train room here, so it's just nice. All right, let's get them going again. Hi, Flymo. How you doing, sir? You're not late. Sorry, just having a swig of Dr. Pepper there. So if anybody's got any ideas on the lights for the 125s, Glass 43s, let me know. As I say, I'm just going to do red on the outside, white in the inner. So I was wondering if the more modern ones, where the lights have been placed as LEDs, are they dual colors that they can either be red or white? No, that's derailed. Oh, I have an awful problem with derailments tonight. Hi, Alan. How you doing, sir? Congrats on the 2,000 subs. Well done. I just caught your video there. I got in from the museum, from the meetings, and I seen your video, and I sat down and watched that while I had a bite to eat. So that will be one of my upcoming videos anyway, putting hardwiring the Class 43 and putting lights in it. I did like the music, actually, Alan. It was quite funky, would you say? I don't know. Is that some of the YouTube music, or did you get that from somewhere? Or did it flash up on the screen somewhere and I didn't see it while I was munching into my wrap? That's what I had for my tea, was a sweet chili chicken wrap from Lidl. So I was just too hungry to cook anything, and I just demolished that. Yeah, thanks, Fimo. Yeah, so I was up there on Tuesday doing that filming, and I was really impressed how much work and how all of a sudden it's come together. Because a couple of weeks ago, it was all in its separate pieces, and then just to see it all assembled and the paint had started on it, and it was like, wow. Okay, Andy, thanks. Yeah, let me know. Hi, Larry from California. How you doing, sir? Welcome to the channel here. I'm in Donegal, Northwest Ireland. Oh, Joshua, I missed that comment. Oh, you're going to start a band, are you? What sort of music? Yes, brass work to last. Avoid the sticky fingered. Yeah, but the only brass work that's going to be going on Drumbo at the moment is going to be her nameplate and the whistle, which we're going to hook up to a air compressor, so you'll be able to blow the whistle. It's going to be where it is quite secure because it's the bus iron yard is where the museum is, so it's manned 24/7, and there's going to be CCTV on it, so it should be pretty secure. Dance music, okay. I have to apologize now if the picture isn't great tonight. My broadband is playing up again, and it's not the best for me tonight. My upspeed keeps going from between 6 or 7 megs to like 0.5 of a meg. I've been having awful trouble with my provider over the past couple of months, and where I am in Donegal, there is only one provider I can use for broadband, so I'm kind of stuck. And I've switched off the routers inside, so all my kids are walking around like zombies, staring at their phone with no signal. Yeah, I suppose Edward does look a bit like Merlin. Yeah, I seen you put a video up there, Andy. I was going to check that out later on if I can spare the bandwidth to watch something. Those any box fans, they were on special. I think it was last year. They were going for like $4.95 each at Hatton's or somewhere, I think. So last year for my birthday, I just said, "Here's the number. Get me as many as you want for my birthday." So I think I ended up with 11 of them. And then I've got a couple other box fans I've just put on the end there. Yeah, I think that Metcalfe Castle kit looks quite well up there. So I've got a project with some multicolored LEDs to do uplighting on it in the future. So the videos are going to be coming out. There won't be any video out tomorrow because I just haven't had time this week with taking a trip up to Whitehead and preparing for the AGM and everything. So no video tomorrow, I'm afraid, guys. But what I am going to be doing videos on in the next couple of weeks is, say, the HSTs, hardwiring chips into them and doing the lighting, the way I do lighting. Probably the more difficult than just buying a lighting board and put it in, but I like messing around with things like that. So the other thing I'm going to do a video on is I got myself, I don't know if you guys have come across him, Brexhill West, James Walters. He's created these little things for ballasting. So that's his channel name there if you want to look him up if you're not sure, if you haven't seen him before. Basically that goes on a bit of hose, connects into this, which screws onto a normal sort of fizzy bottle, so a Coke bottle or something like that. And the other end you attach to your vacuum. And the idea is you just put your ballast down. It's got little grooves on there. You just put it down on the track, vacuum along, and it vacuums up the ballast and leaves it behind. So there's none of this brushing, tapping, anything like that. So I'm going to give it a test, see how it goes. Now, it mightn't work so well for me because I like using the bird seed, or not the bird seed, the bird grit. And that tends to be a little bit bigger than the sort of ballast you get from Woodland Scenics. So it might clog up. But I'm going to test it like I did the ballasting over here, where I use the bird grit, the Woodland Scenic, and the aquarium gravel. So I'll test it on all three and just see how it goes. Yeah, let it start buffering and stick the kettle on. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. But yeah, so he 3D prints those. So I'm going to do a test them, see how they go. So there'll be a video up on that in the next couple of weeks. I'll say a video on the HSTs. And the video last week, I made those little bushes, and you would have seen on there how I done more work on the embankment. I've been doing some of my little walls. These are the scale cast walls. You can see there I've been putting little bits of green on them and painting them. Give little bits of variation. So they're going to make up the walls around the church in the corner. So I hope to get that done in the next couple of weeks, and the ballasting done around that area. And then I'll be moving on to doing the station, which the platforms are just going to be cut pieces of wood to fit. And then for the buildings and all that, I'm still not sure what buildings I'm going to use. There probably will be Metcalf and some kit bashing of different bits and pieces. Hi, Mystic. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're keeping well. Yeah, I've seen him. I've seen the video of him. I can't remember how I came across him, but I've seen those and I thought, I hate ballasting. I know some people love it. They think it's therapeutic, but oh, it's just spreading it all out, getting it all in, getting your brush in there, making sure it's all off the sleepers, tapping it around. If this works and it makes it easier and quicker, and as he says, it makes ballasting fun, then I'm all for that. Oh yeah, grass finished paper roll. Yeah, I know the stuff. Yeah, I've used that plenty of times. One thing I noticed is as I was doing my static grass around this area, as I went around, I think I was getting more of the knack of it, and I think it's getting better as you go around. Just using different shades, different lengths, and layering it. It just seems to. So what sort of modeling have you guys been up to? Have you been anything exciting? I'm going to try and get over to the electric train show in October if I can, but I don't know whether I'll be able to or not with work and family, and I don't know if I'll be allowed. I think I've spent all my credits this year. I would have been allowed to go to Worley because she knew that was happening, but she knows it's cancelled now. Yeah, what I do, Andy, is if I'm watching stuff on, so I got my TV in here and I'll put something on YouTube or something, maybe not necessarily anything train related, anything, and I end up just standing there watching it instead of actually doing the task, especially if it's ballasting. Hi, Anthony. How you doing, sir? For me, music-wise, I will have usually either Nightwish playing, or there's a band called Ghost I like listening to. They're all sort of rocky metal, that sort of thing, or Guns N' Roses, Iron Maiden, Metallica. Or I swap it around and have something classical playing. I like most types of music, apart from not really into jazz or blues. I just don't enjoy it. Now, if anybody who's joined us is wondering why there isn't a train running on the second track over here, because I did have something go through there, and the coupling came off my 47 and is in the middle of the tunnel somewhere. So after the stream, I'm going to have to climb up and go poking and see if I can find it. If I put anything through there, it's going to derail and make an awful mess. Yeah, you can't beat a bit of metal. I was supposed to go to Guns N' Roses last year, and it was cancelled to this year, and it's been cancelled again to next year. Nightwish are supposed to be playing in November in Dublin. I didn't even bother buying a ticket because I don't think it's going to happen. I think the last concert I was at was Ghost in 2019 in November, the weekend before I went to Worley. And before that, it was Metallica at Slane. That was a great gig. Yeah, Flymo, just not a jazz fan. I just, I've had friends who like jazz and that, and they played it, different types and stuff, and I just like, nah. Fear the Dark, Iron Maiden live, awesome. Yeah, I agree with you, Andy. Zeppelin's not bad. You waste of time. They're not a waste of time, Anthony. They're very entertaining. They always bring a smile to my face. Yeah, you can't beat being at a live gig. Yeah, Whiskey in a Jar, great track. Of course, they played that when I was at Slane. That was originally a Thin Lizzy track. Yeah, so I spent a bit of time. I think Monday I came in here and I thought, right, I was going to start doing the ballasting video using the new kit I got. So I moved all my rakes around and put some down and tidied it all up. And then all intentions of coming out here on Wednesday, last night even, to film it, but just didn't happen. Just actually came out here and I just sat, watched the video, watched the trains go around for a while, switched it all off, went inside. Thought, you know what? I done the video this week on Drumbo and Vintage Run, which we had fantastic turnout for that this year. Biddies who were putting on the food, we said, oh, we'll probably get 30 or 40 people, because we usually maybe only get the past couple of years, because we've only had it going a few years. We had maybe 10 cars and 10 tractors. But this year, probably because we were only one of the few runs that was actually running because of COVID this year, and more people had heard about us and we've become more established. We had just over 30 vehicles. I think there was 31 vehicles and about 30 tractors turn up. It turned out to be 120 people. So Biddy's is the local pub to me here, and they put on the sandwiches and tea and everything. That's where we finish up the run. So we had to ring them and say, actually, you know, we said maybe 40. It's turned out there's 120 coming. And they had a wedding party coming in. They had a christening. They had another birthday party or something coming in. And they were really overrun, but they got it on them. Got the sandwiches and everything out for us. It was a great day. It stayed dry. So we had a good day. Three of my girls weren't fans because they actually work in Biddy's, one in the kitchen and two out serving, so they were kept busy. Now I've been rabbiting on and not watching the chat. What have I missed? Anything? Oh, you're drummer, Gordon. How about the Black Sabbath? Motorhead and Alice Cooper. Yeah, I'm Alice Cooper fan as well. I've got all his albums. I've actually got a picture disc of Poison, a picture record of Poison somewhere. Yeah, but no, the businesses, you know, we didn't like to ask businesses this year because, you know, everyone's been in the same boat. They've been closed and not necessarily been able to make money or anything, and we weren't expecting anything. But a few of the businesses approached us and said, yep, here, put it on. That's why I went around and done a little video clip outside each business just to say thanks, because, you know, they are supporters of a lot of things in the area, you know, and you know, we have to go back and support them. That day I expected 18, got over 200. yeah, we were, because the plan was, I thought I'll do a live stream Sunday morning and, you know, talk to a few of the people and, you know, get information about their cars and everything. And I was just run off my feet. You know, there was people coming in. It was non-stop. We had 3 people, you know, taking the money off them and registering them and everything like that. And it was like, can you hurry up, please? Because they're queuing down the road and they're blocking traffic and it was all. It was a good time. Good to have so many people there, and I think people were glad to get out on the run and get back for a cup of tea. And I think Herbie was the star of the show. The guy who had that actually had a remote control, so you've probably seen in the clip he could drive it around by remote, and he had all the lights flashing and the bumper moving and beep the horn and stuff like that. Really, really good. Adam and the Ants, 1980. Really, Anthony? Yeah, there's a couple of boys arrived with their tractors on trailers and that and took them off, you know, so they're all vintage and they drove them around. We had a couple of young lads come with more modern tractors and they were just out for the run. But I think everyone had a good day. Actually, when we got back to Biddy's, I actually sampled the the new Guinness, the Guinness Zero, the non-alcoholic Guinness, just to try it to see what it was like, and it wasn't too bad. You know, if you got it, you would just think, oh, it's not a great pint of Guinness, but it was passable. Yeah, it's all farming around here. Like it's all like I live out in the countryside. All my neighbors are cows and sheep. Our wall of our house goes straight into a field, and some mornings you're woken up by, because our bedroom's on at the gable end, and you get woken up by a cow scratching himself off the corner of the house. And it wouldn't be the first time you get up in the morning and draw back the curtains to find there's cows or sheep or something staring back at you. They've got into your garden. But we have all the wildlife around here. We got red squirrels, pine martens, loads of birds. We've got loads of little shrews and mice because our cat keeps bringing them and leaving them at the doorstep for us. Yeah, on my layout now, you'll find absolutely anything running. Mystic, I'm not any particular era, or even area. I just like building a layout and running anything. I suppose my favorite engines are the 37 and the 47. And every layout has to have a Flying Scotsman. Yeah, we don't have any sort of vintage agriculture around here. It's all cattle and sheep around here. There's no crops planted around here. The land wouldn't be very good for that. Yeah, the Colts were good, Andy. Plenty of wildlife when the pub closes. Yeah. Yeah, won't get anything done this weekend because it's the sort of last weekend now before the kids start going back to school. So I'm taking a few of the kids camping for the weekend. When I say camping, we're just going down to my sister's and putting the tent up in her garden, and there's a load of the cousins coming, so they'll all be out in the tent and we'll be inside. The weather doesn't look great for tomorrow and Friday night into Saturday morning here, so hopefully it'll dry up on Saturday and we can put the tent up for at least one night. And rain and that doesn't bother me, but the problem is when you're trying to dry the tent out afterwards, you don't have a couple of days of dry weather to dry it out. You're going to end up with a moldy tent. Full of wildlife. Oh, excuse me, I am tired. I will sleep well tonight. So we had a board meeting today on our annual AGM. I wasn't up for election this year. So we have a 3-year term. So my term's up next year. So I will step down and then run before I can get re-elected. But I'm looking forward to bringing Drumbo back. That's going to be a bit of excitement, and you know, to be able to bring her in on a low loader and parade her through Donegal town. We're actually going to do a couple of stops on the way back in some of the towns she would have served. You know, just for a quick photo call for half an hour or so. And then we're going to park her in the center of town for a few hours and have a pop-up museum and put our ride on Thomas the Tank across the center of the town. And then the following day then should be craned into position. Sorry, I'm trying not to yawn here, guys. Yeah, so that's next on it. Do the church in the corner, finish that scenic area, do the ballast around to the start of the station, then get some wood to make up the platforms, cut them, sand them, fill them, put them into place. Also need to get another Metcalfe Castle Tower kit to make like a on top of the small hill. I'll show you over here. So that hill over there, just by the Class 20, I'm going to stick a little tower on top of that, make some steps up to it. Oh, excuse me. And then I have over there, probably leave that to last, do that little bit in there where the river and everything's going to be. And then here there's going to be embankment coming down with some tunnel mouse over these tracks, so that this lower level will be part of it as well, so you'll be able to see the two levels. This layout, well, it takes up the outside of the room, which is 13 foot by 10 foot, and it's on 2 levels. So this track here, this double track here, goes all the way down using a 1 in 59 slope around the outside of the room down to the next level, where I've got about 7 long sidings and then a couple of short sidings for engines and that sort of thing. So it's basically this corner here. It's a tunnel, hillside. There's going to be sort of a waterfall coming down the side and a river coming out here. Maybe a little forest. We've got a hillside over there. In that corner, it's going to be churchyard, sloping down to along the back there. There's going to be sort of relief houses along there. It's an indication of a town. And then this along here is going to be the station. So it's going to be 3 platforms. And we have over here is the steam shed. And then there'll be some sort of scenic break here. And then over here then we have diesel shed. And then sort of in this, hang on, I got to spin around because I got the wire tangled around me. So in this area here, what I'm going to do is put like a derelict signal box with a piece of track, which will actually be my programming track, but it will look like a bit of overgrown track. I have that wired in permanently. Are you going to use the Woodland Scenics inclines? Yeah, I just wanted to do it. I've done a video on it, but I just wanted to do it to give the, I measured the distance I had, and that told me what ratio I could have on the gradient, because I wanted the least gradient as possible. And as you've seen there, that's a Hornby Railroad Flying Scotsman there, and it pulled up those carriages no problem at all. There's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 carriages on there, and they're only the Hornby Railroad ones with the plastic wheels. Okay, Gordon, catch you next time. Thanks for tuning in. Everybody, don't forget to hit the like button for me and subscribe if you're new here. And if there's anybody lurking in the background wondering what's going on, you know, pop a question into the chat there. But thumbs up and a sub goes a long way. I passed the 900 mark last week. I think I'm 910 now, so getting close to the magical 1,000. %, 4% ones, yeah. As I said before, like, fun thing for me for Model Railway is building it and doing the scenery. And, you know, as I say, you know, if I go to a model shop or a show and I see an engine or a rolling stock I like, I just buy it. Well, if I can afford it. But so when I was in Lord and Butler there a couple of weeks back now, he happened to have in that rake of 7 Mark IIIs. I thought, well, I've got the 43s to go with that, so I can have a proper, you know, 7 carriage intercity. And say I've got 2 power cars, so I'm going to have a power car at each end, put 2 chips in them, give them the same number, and hopefully they'll work together. So it will be a push-pull, because they're only the early Hornby ones with traction tire. So I think I will need 2 on there to get them around the layout, because there is a slight incline in this track as it goes up and through the tunnel and comes back down. This track here is more or less level, and then you've got the decline there to the lower levels. Does the DCU fit inside the main body with the yes, it's not tender driven, that Scotsman. It's inside the main body. What you will find, if memory serves, I'll show it now when it comes round. Here it comes. As far as I remember, there was a space in sort of the chimney smoke box area that you could slot it in, so it was in out of the way. But there was, as far as I remember, plenty of space to put it in there. And then it's got, or is it actually in the tender in that one? Yeah, because that's the TTS one. It might actually be in the tender. I can't remember now. I know I've got one that's got the chip in the main engine, and then one that's actually in the tender. Yeah, so I'll have room to show a full, you know, a 7-coach set. I know by the time they finished, they were running with 8. I mean, that 43 that's going around there, that's got 8 coaches on it now. It's a mixture of, I think, Mark 1s, 2s, 3s, and 4s. So I think it looks nice having a full length, you know, not like a train set size where it's like just 2 carriages, you know. You know, when train sets used to come with 3 carriages, they only seem to come with 2 now. And like the blood and custard rake I've got going around, they're not all the same. Some are from old train sets, some are railroad, some are Bachman, you know. They're not even all the same color, blood and custard. They're different shades. But when it's going around the track, it, you know, I don't think you really notice. And if people do, I don't care. Hi, Kieran. How's it going? I hope you had a good birthday. And is that Roair or Rory? It's a name I haven't seen before. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, so anybody who's joined, I apologize for the quality of the stream tonight, but my broadband is playing up, so it might go a bit fuzzy or pause at certain times. That's why I don't have the multiple cameras on tonight, because the it just wouldn't work. Actually, I do have another. What was that? Mark II. What was that? Mark I. Another one to go on the end. That class 43, but this is the one with the squeaky wheels that I've got to sort out. I'll probably pop the wheels out, make sure the bearings are clean, because there could be a bit of dirt in there that's causing it. Oh god, yeah, they are filthy. If you can see that, there's a load of dust and muck around there. We'll give them a good clean up. You can buy more Mark 1s in maroon. Yeah, I got some maroon ones here somewhere. 2 of them are Hogwarts. And 2 of them, I think, are out of I think it was a City of Nottingham mail train set I had. So I do have a mail coach somewhere. You know, the Hornby one where you put the things on the track and it picks up the bag and flips the bag out. Hi, Clayton. Clayton's watching us over on Facebook. So I put this stream out on the Donegal Dad and the Model Railway Club's Facebook at the same time. Yeah, it's amazing how, like I was saying earlier on, there's a certain section of track that I have to clean every week. It just seems to attract the dirt and it's filthy, and I have to put the track rubber over it and clean it. And I don't know where the dirt comes from. You know, it's the same section every week. You know, I could understand if I was working over there and spraying glues and everything, but it just, I don't know. Oh, hi, Crossways. Bernie, isn't it? How are you doing, sir? Yeah, put that section of track on tunnel. Yeah. Oh, Clayton's saying he's starting to get his layout plan. Hopefully he'll start work on his layout soon. Yeah, I've seen that, Bernie. You were in hospital, but wasn't anything too serious. Hope you're feeling better, mate. Diagnosed with heart failure. Jesus. What are they doing for you? Oops, sorry, I forgot I had my mic on, blowing into it. Look, I only seen you a couple of weeks at in Worley. It was only a couple of weeks ago I seen you. I hope you get sorted, mate. I hope that the specialists are able to sort you out. Thanks, Bernie. Yeah, my trains. Does it happen the Wednesday after? That's a shocker. That's one thing, you never know what's around the corner for yourself. Yeah, take it easy, Bernie, and relax. What's new on the layout? Not a lot, because I've been quite busy the past week with getting ready for an AGM and putting the video together for Drumbo. I was up in Whitehead on Tuesday, so I haven't done much apart from the video I done last week where I done the bushes and that over in the corner where the church is going. So I haven't really done a lot out here this week, and I probably won't get a lot done this week either. Right, I put that, now I've cleaned that wheel, I've put it back on the end of the 43. Let's see if it squeaks. Clayton's asking me there if I picked up any more Irish stock. No, I haven't. I got word that the A classes should be delivered halfway through September, so hopefully that'll be here then, along with its chip, so I can run it. No, it doesn't appear to be squeaking so far. Yeah, I was really surprised when I seen Drumbo when I went up there. Like, I'd seen a picture of it a few days before, but it really did put like a lump in my throat just to see it and just think, wow, they've done such a good job on it, and it's looking so well. I say everything is done on her now, bar the boiler, the big expensive bit. But they were telling me what they need to do to the boiler. You know, some plates need replacing, of course, retubing. And it just looks, it's like, wow, you know, like to be stood back on the foot plate in her cab. You know, it just looked amazing. Yeah, I'm glad I put that castle up there. A lot of people have commented on it. I say I do have a project in mind to use different colored LEDs to uplight it in different colors, and to get another one of the tower sections on the end and put it over on the smaller hill. And I think it'll tie in nicely with the church. So I've got plenty here to keep me busy, but just don't have the time at the moment. But the winter evenings are coming soon, so things will slow down. You know, I'll be out here in the evenings. Routines will return back to normal with the kids going back to school. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with how those rocks turned out. I wasn't too sure, but I think they actually look better when you see them here. The camera doesn't necessarily do them justice. Because when I've said this before, when I look at it on the camera, you can't see the subtle color differences you can see with the naked eye. You know, even with the grasses, it looks all one green, but there's actually loads of different colors in it. But that's one of the things now. The railway we've received a grant to buy some new video equipment. So, oh, Anthony, that reminds me, talking about video equipment, your Hero 9 that you got, does that have a separate input for audio? So can you use an external mic on it? Bernie, which coaches? The ones that are going past now, the LNR Teak coaches? It's only the Teak coaches or the various intercity ones, which are Mark 3s, 4s, 2s, and 1s. No, that wheel's squeaking again. Yeah, that's the LNR teak coaches. The ones that usually come with the Flying Scotsman set, which is the steamer that's pulling around. That's the Flying Scotsman. So they're only the railroad version. I picked up a load of them quite cheaply secondhand from is it Northeast Models in Norwich? I was working in Norwich a couple of years back, and I went to a great model shop if you're ever there. And I went in there, and they had a load of them, and I think I bought about 6 of them. Yeah, they're the rummaging for a box now. No, the boxes aren't there. Yeah, just LNR teak composite coaches. Those are just railroad ones. That's them. All right, so it only takes a USB then. There's no 3.5 mil jack on it. Oh, I just found some green coaches. Forgot I had those. Yeah, because I use this little Rode mic, which I find very handy. So it's got a 3.5 that just plugs into the laptop, and then I have the wireless bit, which I can just walk around with. It's very handy as well. And it seems to, with the little muff on it as well, it seems quite good when it's windy out as well. It doesn't seem to pick up too much wind noise. Oh, you can get a converter. All right, okay, we'll solve that problem. Harry, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Oh, I've actually been going for an hour 20. I only usually do an hour. Which reminds me, my daughter was finishing work at 8 o'clock. I hope somebody picked her up. Yeah, I do have a couple more of those teak coaches because I did start. I think I have one more actually. Maybe another one somewhere. I did actually put lights in them. It was a kit I bought. It was the first time I started putting lights in a coach, and I learned a lot from doing that. You know, the usual how not to do it. So I plan to light the rest of them up because they all had these sort of wires on them to connect up each coach, and they're a bit thick and cumbersome, so I need to get some thinner wires and probably take them out through the bottom and get maybe some of those hunt couplings to put permanent coupling between them. Hi, Dinmore. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're keeping well. But I'm going to have to call it a day there now, guys. I said, sorry, I've no video out for tomorrow. Just been too busy with Drumbo and the AGM to get one out this week. But keep an eye out. I will be doing one on the balancing vacuum from Brexhill West, and also one on hardwiring a chip and lights into the 43. Also doing more scenic work around putting the church in and then moving on to the station area. And whatever other little ideas I come up with. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you're new here, if you like what you see. And I will see you next Thursday, hopefully, at 7:30 again, if the broadband holds out. So take care, everyone. I'll catch you all next week.